well. Okay, so let's talk about it, see what you guys came up with. So first of all, can anybody explain the requirement, what there you are planning to test, and what's your understanding of this inventory process?
Yeah, we three think that first the business process, what is our understanding is remanufacturing of cartridges unit. They're remanufacturing the cartridges, and they have they receive that inventory from either from the vendor or from the customer. So this is from the second. I am going to inventory cartridge inventory page, that workflow.
Okay.
So yeah, from that, if we go to the what you call the screen, the first one is the customer or vendor lookup.
So do you have that requirements open?
I would like to see the screen which you're talking about.
Yeah.
So that we can map it.
Screen is okay. I have to go to the PDF, I think.
Yeah, you can just open the PDF.
Just give me yeah. That is page number 22. So
if you can share that screen as well. I think you have browser shared probably.
Yeah. You want to see the screen or the flow chart?
Yeah, we can start with the flow and then go to the screen. Yeah, so that we can set the context of what you guys are planning to test.
So I should press the new share, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
This one.
Yeah, or you can just stop sharing and then do desktop share. So you can flip back and forth between your scenarios and the screen.
Okay, just. Okay, can you see this one now?
No, you're still sharing the old one. You may have to stop the share first. Now we can see it, yeah.
Okay, how to do the desktop one? Stop share, I'll do it.
You can stop share, and when the screen comes up, right, there should be an option, share the entire screen instead of application. Should be the first or second option on the share.
Share screen. We have basic.
So what is the first option? Is it primary screen?
Screen, whiteboard, iPhone, that one?
Just do a screen, yeah.
Yeah. Screen, yeah. Okay. But this is showing the screen.
Yep. Now it's showing everything, yeah. Okay, so when you flip it, it'll still do the sharing. Okay.
I can see only this one, flow chart. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we can see from the flow chart here that you have to identify the customer or vendor from where we have received that cartridges, that we have to find out. So this screen is showing us. We'll go to here. So I made the requirement based on this one, customer or vendor.
Okay, so here is the two things that I think you may want to do it, right? One is test the business function and test the, I would say is that the required, not required field, right? Yeah. So when you, so show me when a customer vendor field, what do you have? Go flip back to your case document. If you just do an Alt tab, if you're in Windows, right?
Yeah.
If you do Alt tab, it'll show
Yes.
you what other applications are open. You can select it.
I think I closed that one. Just
No, I can see it. There is a Chrome browser at the bottom. Click on that.
yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So this is the one. Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah.
So what we thought is that should show display the alphanumeric names of the customer list, customer or vendor list. I did initially one only, but now then we thought doing two separate one and not showing the list. If we open it is not able to open, or for some reason if we cannot see the list. And if we can see whether we have to verify whether the customers are active or non-active.
So flip back to the
Yeah.
document where the screen is. I want you to notice a couple of things.
Yeah.
You just do an Alt tab and it'll automatically take you there. Yeah.
Mm.
So now when you look at this list, right?
Yeah.
What it shows in the right-hand side,
It's showing customers and vendors. Right?
both, right?
Yeah, both.
So
Yeah.
do you think the case scenario that you put it like it's where it shows only customer list or only vendor list?
No,
It's a valid
initially I did
scenario.
like customers as vendor. Then I thought, should I do it separate? Yeah. Initially we thought.
No, but what I'm saying is that like the goal here is to, when you test this functionality, what should appear, right?
Yeah. What should
So-
appear?
So it should become like set of customer and vendor will come, or only vendor will display, or
You tell
only
me.
customer.
When I click on that three dots next to customer or vendor,
Yeah.
what are you expecting to happen?
So it will show that the alphanumeric.
No, if you scroll down, right?
Yeah.
So right underneath, there is a description of what each one of the field is going to do, right?
Yeah.
So go down, right?
It will pop
So
up
that's it. That's
customer
it.
vendor too.
Yeah. the-
This is the from lookup, allows the
Yeah.
selection of
Yeah.
a customer or a vendor,
Vendor. Yeah.
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
What you identified here, look
it's
at that. It's a lookup field, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And what is the event? When somebody click on like triple dot,
Mhm.
what does it
It will
happen?
it will pop up kind of list of customer
Yeah.
and vendor.
It will
Right.
come
So
as
you're not
selection.
right, but you're not going to see it a separate list for customer or separate list of vendor, or you can turn off customers or you can turn off the vendors, right? So if you
Mhm.
scroll back up to 2 pages where
Yeah.
the screen is,
Yeah.
right? The
Mm.
expectation is when I click on 3 dots,
Yeah.
scroll up a little bit more, one more page.
Yeah.
Go.
The other page, the
Yeah.
customer
Right.
and vendor.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one.
So when I click on that 3 dots,
Yeah.
what is going to happen is on the window,
Right,
which
yeah.
is next to it, where there's a customer 1, customer 2, vendor 1,
Yeah,
customer 3,
yeah. This
Hmm.
one.
I'm expected to see a list of customer and vendors so that I
Yeah.
can select one of them,
Yeah. That's
Mhm.
yeah.
right?
So it will
So-
come together.
Right.
Come
So-
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go back to your test scenarios or test
Yeah.
trees,
This
Right.
should be like, yeah, and it should name of, I should make it one, like names of customer list, customer and vendor list.
right?
Together.
Yeah,
Right.
Together.
I should
Yeah.
have This.
Now, when you say active, non-active, what are you meaning by that?
Active, non-active means there are active customers or vendors and non-active. We have somewhere in page number that they're showing which customer vendors are like, there is a cartridges or OS or something which is not active. So there are vendors, they are not active. There are vendors who are active.
So what I'm expecting to see it in that scroll
We
down
are
list on the right.
No,
Yeah,
the
the
list
list
will
should be
pop up
only
means they are
active.
active. They're
Only
active
active,
customers,
yeah.
they're active vendors.
Yeah, only active persons.
only
yeah,
active. Non-active doesn't exist. I mean, they are like in history or something, it is written. But as a tester, I thought I should find out who are the active. I mean, there should not be any mistake. By mistake, if there is a like non-active and I'll add it to that, then there will be problem.
Okay. So
I-
think of this way, right?
Yeah.
So the scenarios that you need to think about is when somebody clicks on 3 dots,
Yes.
first thing you need to validate is the list gets populated or not
Mhm.
with the customer and vendor list, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Second thing you need to validate is everybody which is showed in the list are active.
Yeah, everybody
Third-
should be.
Third thing you need to show it, all active customers and vendor, do they show up that list?
Yeah,
And fourth thing you need to do it is anybody who is not active does not show up on the list,
no, it should not be. Yeah, it
right?
should not be
So
there.
those
Yeah.
should be your 4 scenarios,
Yeah,
right? From
Yeah.
the customer and vendor lookup field,
yeah,
right? If you
Yeah.
look at this one, this doesn't map to that.
yeah. We're thinking something like that, but yeah, we could not put it properly.
You know, Dilip, what's happening? Actually, we understand the thing, but when you are starting to draw
Do
the trees,
yeah,
so
scenario.
how to put it together and how to separate them? Uh, I am getting confused though. I know that I can't wording it like proper way to make it understand that whoever is the
No,
looking
not
at
only
us.
you, because when we're discussing, we also
Sure.
said this, but then how to do the tree, how to that time we're getting
Okay.
confused. Yeah, we have.
So for a moment, let's put
Yeah.
the tree aside.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the 4 scenario I talked about. It works fine if you list it out on a piece of paper,
Yeah.
right?
I think you
Okay.
guys are on the right track. It's
Yes.
just that how you organize your scenarios, right?
Right.
I think that's where you're
Yeah,
struggling.
yeah,
So,
Harshal, you got it. We understand the stuff, but the problem is how
Okay.
to word it and where to put it. That's the
So-
problem.
So here is what I would recommend, right? First, list it out all of them.
Means
Don't worry
whatever
about the
coming
tree.
to the mind, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't
whatever
worry
is
about
coming.
the tree.
Uh-huh.
Then you look at that list and says, can you draw a tree based on that? And is that exhaustive or not?
Yeah.
Right? So when you look at it, you said, hey, my first thing is going to be is, can I see it all the customer and vendors in the list or not? Right? So right away you say, it's okay, the first set is going to be, what can I see it in that scroll down list?
Mhm, mhm.
Right? So that first scenario.
That is first.
Second scenario is, okay, now that I do it, does all active show up in the list?
Artificial. Yeah.
Third scenario is, does non-active
And it
show up on the
shouldn't-
list?
yeah.
Right? So I'll put a test case where there is a one non-active customer or vendor and make sure that it doesn't show up there. Right?
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
And that the last scenario is, does all active show up in the list or not? Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So when you think about, right, I would just change it to active, non-active at the top.
Yeah.
So flip it,
Oh, okay. Okay.
right?
Oh, flip it. Okay.
Now think
got it.
about it. Active scenario is, am I seeing both customers and vendors? That's one scenario. Second
Mhm.
scenario under active is, can I see some active members or everybody that I see, it is active or not, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Third scenario is all active in the system. Does it show up or not?
Yeah.
Then you look under non-active side and says, okay, if I have non-active,
Mhm.
does any one of them show up in the list or not?
Yeah. That is what I want to hear.
That's your 4 scenarios, right?
Yeah.
So think about it. A lot of times innovative is when you write it down, right? And then you say, so what is the common thread coming up? Oh,
Yeah.
active thing is coming as a common thread. Let me go look a little bit deeper into active.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you,
Yes.
Dilip. Yes.
So I should check the active member should be there. The non-active should not be there. And the first one is already we discussed, like display the customer list. Customer and vendor list should be there. And last one, I forgot.
All active.
All active customers. They all active, I told you, right? All active customers should be there. Non-active customers should not be there. I think
Yes.
that.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, let's go to the second list.
Second list. First, we'll go to this one. Yeah. Or I'll go to flow chart.
You're still
Yeah.
on that screen, right?
Yeah. Can you see this one?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
which number box you're talking about?
This one was first one was the identify customer. Second one was from shipment.
Shipment lookup.
Shipment look.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Now notice there are 2 paths, right? From a shipment lookup.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So scroll down now. Understand?
Mhm.
This one.
So what will happen if you take the yes path versus you take the no path?
Yeah, we have done something like this.
Okay. If the
Yeah,
shipment received, what do you do? Shipment received and processed. Received but not processed, no
Yes.
longer shows on the system, still visible in the system. Okay.
And the other one was like, I know we did not put this properly, but it was like if you don't have I mean, how to, I don't know how to put this. It's more like from the flow chart we took.
If the shipment information is not in the system,
Not there, and yeah, then we have to transaction, we have to scan through the barcode scanner, and if we don't have, then we have to edit manually. But I think we need to check that also, that it is working.
so flip back to now
Yeah.
to your
Yeah.
document,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if the shipment is present,
Yeah.
and you get select, then what will happen to the barcode and transaction number? Will it get automatically populated?
Yes.
Yes, if there is a scanner,
What all will get populated automatically?
the transaction number, I think, barcode transaction number.
Is that specified somewhere in the document? I mean, in this module?
Yeah,
In the
that
requirement?
AO2, I think
Yeah,
AO2.
The scan barcode is the
yes.
shipment is yes. The barcode will
So let's say if
number
shipment is present, where does that shipment come from? Where does that information comes from?
the
It comes
shipment
from
come from the receiving page, which is the, I think, the past module, I guess, page number 16.
Okay. So think about it, that's what's conditioned, right? So if the
Yeah.
shipment is present, does all the shipment forever will come, or there's only certain list of shipments will come?
Mm,
This the
No,
the
certain
certain list of
What list? What is the criteria it's used to pull up the list? Right. So think of that way.
inventory.
So don't just blindly look at what is the requirement, right? You think about what is the business process, what they're trying to achieve, from where the information is coming, and from where the information is going,
Okay.
right? And that's going to give you a clue of how do I form my test cases.
Okay, it is saying shipment lookup field is the button. Shipment lookup field opens the touch screen selection list populated with an alphanumeric listing of shipments that have been received. Okay.
No, actually, all will come, not only actually the page, receiving page, whatever the shipping done, receiving cartridge is done here, those cartridge is going to come over here because in number 2 it's written the cartridge is a part of shipment that was previously received into the system.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Somebody's Siri is talking.
Yeah, but I was wearing the
No.
Apple Watch and we started.
That's okay.
Sorry about that.
So my question is, let's say this system is up for 3 months. Now I have 100,000 shipments so far. Will all 100,000 show up here?
No,
No.
no.
So how many of those shipment will show up?
Maybe the current one.
What is the definition of current?
Yeah, they might have in the system like 1 month or something. So that will be in
Where
the
do
first.
you get that requirement? Is
Yeah,
But it's
it
not.
will
It's
be-
not mentioned anywhere.
Maybe
No.
Like,
it will be there.
it's only written previously received into the system.
Right. So what you guys will do in this case?
So I think we need to ask the Because it's not mentioned is previously or it's just the recent ones. Previously means how long? Is it a 3 month or 1 year or all the shipments?
So I can tell you that the shipment that are not completed, that they all should be showing up in the list.
Yeah, that is there. Like whichever is processed, that doesn't show.
So what makes it processed?
If the shipment is received, then it's done.
I know, but
like-
shipment is received.
Yeah.
But what makes it shipment processed or not showing up here? What would it make it? What would make it go away, I guess, from the list?
Okay, so maybe we'll the cartridges we got, and then we check whether it's defect, and we do the weight and all the process after doing. Is it like that? Done after done?
Not
that one?
that. I mean, we are talking about shipment here, right?
Yeah.
We are not talking about the.
So what's the
damage one.
purpose of shipment complete?
Which one? Oh, this one. Okay.
So you have a shipment complete right below that. What's the purpose of that?
When you have done all the things, then
Then you have to click that.
click the shipment complete.
Okay, and what it will do?
It will go.
It complete.
So it will mark the shipment complete, and that
Complete.
should take
Yeah.
off from the list.
It will complete the process.
Complete the shipment, basically,
Yes, the
Mhm.
shipment
All the
process will be
cartridges.
done.
right? So that
Yeah.
that shipment should go away from
Yeah.
the list at that
Yes.
point. So you just need to combine basically, or so when you are testing the shipment, right? So you need, it's saying all the pending one, but what makes it pending? That are not completed.
Mhm.
Those are the only ones you should be seeing in the list.
Okay.
So those who are already exist in the system, we don't need to worry about that.
Well, that could be 1,000, right? I mean, you don't want to see anything that's not complete. You should
Yeah.
show that in the list.
Mhm.
So here we'll
Those, the
But
shipment
not
is not
processed.
complete.
Yes, you know,
yeah, this
you have it not processed,
Yeah,
meaning not
we
completed,
ordered it a
right?
different way.
Mhm.
this one is not needed, right? Yeah.
Now shipment look, so now I am looking at the context here. So you have shipment received, exist, shipment not received but not exist. So you have shipment received, so it should show up in the list. That's what you want to check, right?
Yeah.
If it's not processed, then it should visible. Okay, so that's the scenario you have.
Yeah.
Shipment is received but not processed. Shipment is received and processed, no longer shows up in the you
System.
are saying in the system. I would focus on the shipment lookup list,
Okay.
because
Okay.
that's what
Yes, sir.
you should say that, because you are
Okay.
testing shipment lookup field functionality.
Okay.
So
Oh,
so
it's not the
those
system.
yeah,
Okay,
it's not the system. Just
Mhm.
say it clearly. Shipment list, basically it will disappear from the shipment list as soon as you mark it complete or process, right? You shouldn't see it basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so that completes one flow, but I'm not sure about the second flow that you have.
Okay.
Second one means the transaction one.
No, your
Initial.
shipment not received, not exist in the system. Yeah, what you
Oh,
guys are
okay.
doing with that?
Mm.
This one.
No, that
No,
left
no,
part
the
is
other one, the other one.
No, the
Yeah.
second
not
list.
exist.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, not exist one.
So if you go back to the flow diagram, and
Yeah,
see
not
what
exist
happened.
one. They are saying in the flow diagram that yeah,
It's not.
that
not
if you have then select shipment, scan barcode or enter transaction number.
if shipment
Right.
is not
Yeah.
proceed.
From
Okay,
shipment,
so
yes.
that's the only thing it's saying, right? So it's additional piece of information.
Mhm.
Enter work order or sales number. So it's not saying if you don't select the shipment existing
Yeah.
one, then you will scan the barcode and move on to the process.
Yeah.
So there is
Mhm.
nothing to do with the shipment lookup button. Okay,
Okay.
what you are testing
Okay.
it's a separate scenario that you have,
Yeah, that is a different. Yeah. Oh, okay.
right? Because shipment
Okay.
lookup
Yeah,
button
yeah,
you
yeah,
are
yeah.
testing, there is
Also-
nothing to do with this.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this could be another one you're saying. we
Another
can-
one.
This
Mm.
could be completely different things that you have to
Different.
test, right?
Yeah,
Okay, it's not belongs to this one.
this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Okay. Now how to do that? Like scan barcode or enter. Okay, now that for the that place
No,
we'll
this one is different, so
Yeah.
we are not going to mix that one.
Yeah, mix that with the shipment lookup,
Yeah,
because
shipment
shipment
lookup.
lookup is done with those two scenarios.
those two. Yeah,
uh,
this one.
Mhm.
and so
Mm.
forth. So let's flip back. I want to see what else you have as a high level, because I want to give other folks chance as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
and,
okay. Then
so
now
forth.
I'll do quickly. This
So-
one.
Lucy, you can do the.
I
you can
understand the
say-
lookup ones, right? Lookup
Yeah,
ones
these
I
are like
completely
easy.
understand.
Yeah, easy
right?
one. Just
So
showing this.
look up, we should show the warranty one and the
Warranty. These are like
damage
this.
one,
Yeah,
and there is a identical another
Yeah.
segment. Lucy, can you share that?
yeah. This one we have done something, and also Lucy has written something. So
Okay.
Can you stop?
Gitti, just wait for a second. Let
Sure.
Lucy share the weight field one and the damage one,
okay, okay.
so that it will be
Okay.
a little different variation.
Now, do you have actual business process ones? Because these are still like you are talking about individual lookup fields, but do you have anything that
Business
business
like the-
process type of
means
scenario?
the shipment, I mean,
No,
weight
so
and
go to your screen.
Go back to your screen. Let us ask you. Yeah, okay, here. Okay.
Yeah.
Stay on this one, right?
Yeah.
yeah, this
In
one
this
we
one,
did.
yeah.
Yeah, this one we did. We have another. Giti, can you stop? I want to
Can
share
you stop
this.
sharing so that Lucy can share this? We added
Okay,
a couple
okay,
of points there.
Okay.
Thank you, Giti.
So, are you able to see?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
So do
So-
the identical one,
Okay.
Yeah,
identical,
this-
different, and those one. Can you do it?
So
please?
go flip to the screen as well, so that so that it gives the context to other folks who is not
Okay.
familiar with the module. So
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
flip to the screen and talk about what is your identical scenario and what you plan to do.
Mm. Yeah.
Go to that page number 20, the inventory page, and also again you can show the flow
So
chart.
page
that
number
other- page number 20 for the flow chart. You can so that other
okay,
can
20
see
is
it.
here.
Yeah. So the flow chart, and if you want to go to the temp page, inventory page, it's on 22 and 23.
Okay. So this one here.
So we can see the other screen. I think you have to share your screen.
Okay.
Stop sharing and share again.
Or else you can send me in that Google Drive. I can share that.
This is the one. How to- Yeah. So is it okay?
No, we still can't see your PDF or the actual screen. We are seeing looking at the Word
The
document.
scenarios.
Yeah.
Yeah, one document.
Okay.
I think you have to stop it and do it like desktop, right, Harshal?
Yeah. Just when you can stop sharing. Click on share, and then just leave whatever is default selected. Just that. Yeah, and then share again.
Yeah.
I think it's still not coming up. Are you
Did
using
you-
MacBook or something, or?
No, she has, I think, Windows, right?
So I mean, yeah, it's very simple, right? You click on share screen, right, in the Zoom, and whatever the
Yeah,
screen
yeah,
should
I
be
did that
selected.
one. It's not coming.
No, but you see, you're selecting different different pages. So I would suggest you leave the screen as selected. So you will see screen and then
So
click
which
on share.
which one where I'm going to
Default.
that the 6.7 one?
No, the page number 20.
So is it coming? Are you able to see?
No, we can see only the scenarios.
Oh, you guys want to watch that tree that flow chart?
Yes,
The PDF. Yeah,
The
open
PDF
the
one.
PDF.
Okay, okay.
the project PDF.
Otherwise, Geeti already has it open, so she can go ahead and quickly share that, and then you can share it later on.
Okay, the PDF one, where it is. Oh, I not able to see the PDF one. Okay, let me open the PDF one.
Have you sent this one in the Google Drive? I have not seen it.
No,
If it is in
no,
Google
no.
Drive, I can share that simply.
Mm,
Where we have that PPT, if it is there, I can share.
Check maybe. Should do it.
Daisy, do you have this one?
No, she has only. I don't have it.
What we can do is let us come back. Let me give a chance to some other team. I think we're
Yeah.
gonna spend a little bit further time anyway, a little bit later. So
Yeah,
if-
I
if
got that PDF one. Yeah,
Okay, can you share so that we can just quickly
Yeah.
go through it?
okay.
We have the second one also. Remember, cartridge list.
Yeah.
We should
So-
give chance to others too.
Others,
So then we'll come back.
So which
Right.
page?
Page number 20 is the flow chart. Then inventory page is the inventory page, workflow page is 22 and 23.
Okay, so
Mm,
You
here,
can
right?
stop here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just leave it here. Cartridge inventory page, right?
Mhm.
So tell me what is that you are testing here, and what should
So-
happen? Yeah.
So after that, when the process that done about here, so when you this one after this are done print level or this one, so we're going to do this process one. So process one means when we're doing that process one, what we understood, that's kind of the same identical cartridge will we are going to do that the same identical cartridge except the weight damage or warranty eligible this page, and other
Okay.
than the other than we fill up all the other elements, other fields.
Okay. So when you say same identical cartridge, right?
Yeah. Same model. Yeah.
Same model and everything, but
so
except
if there are 50 cartridges in the shipment, 25 of them are same cartridges, and you
Mhm.
are putting them in the inventory on this module.
Mhm.
So what you are saying is you will fill out, walk me through the process here. What would you do if you have, like, let's say just you have 2 identical cartridges. So
Mhm.
what is that you're gonna test, or how would you run that through the system, those 2 identical
So-
cartridges?
yeah, when you are going to fill the required field, everything in that form,
Okay.
except we're not filling out that weight one, the warranty and damage, those fields were we are not going to do that one. And again, when that come to system after that, that will again we're going to measure that cartridge weight and everything. Then we're going to check and do the same process.
No, the cursor should go back to the weight. That is also important, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cursor should, for identical, cursor should go to the weight, For this one, it should go to the beginning one, process another shipment. And this one also, we had somewhere, it was somewhere.
Okay.
Now, yeah.
So you fill out everything. You have the identical. What triggers it at that point? So if you fill out all the mandatory information for the
Yeah.
country,
Yeah.
and then your scenario is you're gonna test the identical process, right? For
Yeah.
identical button.
Mhm.
So what would happen when you do the identical?
Another one will process.
It's a completely new processing.
Is it a new processing or because this is identical, right? So
Yeah,
No, no, it's
identical.
you guys
not
check
a,
the
no, yeah,
No, it's not new, but I mean another one.
It's-
Another.
another one,
another
but
same
same
one, same
feature,
model.
same brand, yeah, same feature, same, or maybe different brand kind of, but same feature.
Can
where did
you
you
go
find
to
those rules? Where did you find those rules?
the rules are
Yeah,
which page?
That was AO 10 or someone.
It's on page number 33.
Yeah, A18.
No, not page number
A17,
33.
34. Where's 30?
yeah,
But
here.
this one, yeah.
Okay.
Clicking.
Yeah.
So if I'm reading this rule here, clicking on
Yeah.
identical button first submits all the data to the system. It then clears out fields below and places the
Yes.
cursor into wait field.
Wait.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you will follow through the process and you
Yes.
will
Yes.
to do that. Now, are you going to how are you planning to verify it? I mean that everything is it says first submits all data to the system.
Yes.
Do you have a way
So
to verify it?
So while clicking that identical button,
but
so it will go to that that page, but everything fill out except those fields were not those fields were blank. So and the cursor is only wait field. So these things we need to put again and verify, I think.
I guess so. Let's take a look at the scenario, right? And then now we understood the functionality that you are trying to test. See what are the things you are planning to, or what type of scenarios you will have for this one, right? So you can flip back to the other document that you had. I
So
think
are you
you
able
might
to
have to
see
stop
my-
sharing. No, you have to stop sharing and present
Oh.
that other one.
Yeah, I think it's you're just sharing the window or application instead of the screen.
Yep.
Mm.
Okay.
Is it?
Yes, so we can see it. So go to that specific one, right? That you have.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, so number 3, require data to the system, submit, need to verify following fields should clear out in the system. Verify the check cursor should always be on the wait field.
Yeah.
Okay, so stay on there. I mean, we are on
Okay.
that only, right? So identical.
Mhm.
Verify and check cursor should always be on the wait field. Okay, need to fill out only required fields and submit. So verification wise, I mean, so you have single scenario here. Is that what it is? Right? Because you are filling out everything and submitting and you will verify it basically, right? It's a happy path, right? Type of
Yeah.
happy path
The
scenario.
negative part we didn't. Negative part should be means so while you are clicking that button on identical button. So by looking that form, so if there something the wait field or warranty eligible field, if something there, so it will be it will kind of error. It will show kind of error because that
So
is
if
the
they
negative.
are not required, if you don't fill out required fields, that's what you mean?
so
Sorry.
or when it would generate error, I mean, or anything, right? Because
Well,
this is the
yeah,
happy
this,
part that you have.
yeah, but
I have a
negative.
question here. When you're checking identical, that means the box came from the vendor or customer, and we are checking that box, and inside the box there are can be 10, 15, 20, we don't know how many are there. So we are going to check only that box, or it can be more than one box from same vendor with a different type of like brand, like from other manufacturer. I have that doubt over there.
I'm trying to understand your question here.
Thing is, when
Okay.
you,
So
let's say you got the 5 boxes from a
yeah.
vendor.
So my
Okay.
question is, inside the box, we are getting same
No,
branded one or
no,
different
no,
brands?
no, that could be different, right? Think of this way. Hey, I have 4 different printers in my office,
Mhm.
2 small ones, 2 big ones, and they both are different manufacturer. And then when I'm shipping you cartridge, I'm shipping all of them together into a box. But
In
there
one
will
shipment.
be scenario where, hey, I may have 3 of this, 2 of the other one, and 4 of the other one,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
So don't think it that way. This is the part of it. When this shipment processing happens, right? What are you doing? You're processing one cartridge at a time, right?
Yes. Yes.
The next thing is, hey, I picked up first cartridge. Oh, you know what? The next one I picked up, it is from the same vendor or customer, and it is same. Then I'll
Mhm.
click on identical.
Mhm.
If the next one I picked up is different cartridge,
Then I have to go to
then
the
I'll have a
different one.
different cartridge, right? Because I'm still
Yeah.
processing the same shipment,
So it's a continuously going on. Okay.
right?
And
But
Dilip, it is like it's all old cartridges, right? Or new.
it doesn't matter,
Doesn't matter.
right? Hey, I had new cartridge, but it was defective. That's why I send you back.
Okay.
But I have old cartridge, which is kind of empty in the ink, and now I'm sending you back,
Yes.
Okay.
right? So think of it when Herschel is talking about, right? You think of the whole scenario when it's going to happen. Now, once you know that, you can identify, okay, what do I need to test for this thing, right? Now, all of you just say, hey, you click submit, and then you need to verify that the following fields are cleared. How are you going to make sure that the field were not cleared just before submitting? How do you know, verify whether it's it's positively submitted in the system, and
That
second,
will
it cleared the field?
that will reflect the new cartridge in the
No,
system.
say for identical cartridge, right?
Okay.
Think about what are the path. Happy path, that's what you laid it out, right? But you
Yeah.
still need to test it. Is it submitted successfully? And it cleared it.
Yes.
Second scenario, it submitted successfully, but it did not clear it.
Yeah.
Third scenario, it cleared successfully, but did not submit it,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So all those scenarios, you have to think about it for identical.
Okay. You have to make the combination.
And are we testing the
And you
cursor?
have to then think about it is, what do I need to do it in order to verify that it is submitted successfully? Where do I need to go?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because you're putting too much stress on clearing out the field. Think about it. If it's an identical, right?
Mhm.
Where
Mhm.
my shipment is same, the customer is same, my
Mhm.
manufacturer is same, the model number is same. What is this thing is telling you? Hey, if this all are same, I'm going to save you some time by you not having to enter that.
Yeah.
All you say, hey, this is identical to the one that I just processed.
Mhm.
So keep things in. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So now that you know the business process, think about what are the different scenarios we'll have for different cartridges. What are the scenarios you will have it for the third things?
I think the similar thing will apply for other processes that you have for different, right? You can think it like happy path, and you will have some type of negative scenario because you don't fill out certain fields. Are you still able to do the processing, basically different cartridge? So that would be your negative scenario, right? Over there for those things. Those are simple ones, but as Dilip said, I mean, there could be other things as well. So for sake of time, I think we can keep on those basically simple scenarios here. Happy path, one negative scenario, and you can work through that for different business processes that you have. But you need to test business process. Okay, those buttons are nice. Those, but business processes we like to see it.
Yeah.
See if you can.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So the key thing is what are the events and what are the actions? So if you flip back to the requirements document, right? There are some business rules. And in some places, there are events. Those are the business events, right? That you need to address it to make sure those are tested thoroughly.
But looking at this one, you guys are on the right track. Okay, it's just that you don't have additional things, additional scenarios identified. But at least you have a happy path. I'm glad you guys have it. So, because that I'm expecting at least bare minimum you can have the happy path scenario right there. Which is good. I think you guys are on the right track for coming up with the at least happy path scenario for the processes, business process.
Thank you.
So
Right.
I think other ones you have it right, similar way. So let me flip to different team here. I think I can see it here, what you guys have it, but you need to add some more scenarios here, right? And flush it out. And I think you guys should be good to move on to the next phase.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we had doubt, please, you didn't know about the weight. How to do weight? I have done somewhat, but there was no number. So that is very complicated, and actually we three we are not clear on that. So we'll
Yeah.
have
So I would suggest we can discuss on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday
Yeah,
we're gonna
that will be
focus
the
on,
best
yeah,
choice.
yep,
Yes.
yep.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we will look at it as a team so that everybody is present in the class as well,
Yeah,
because that is
because
one
we-
of the complex one. I agree.
complete. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So think it through. I mean, you can refine what you have, right? And
Yes.
we'll work through additional things,
Yes.
basically. So let me flip back to the different team here. See if anybody else wants to present.
Yeah. In between,
Thank you, Giti.
yeah, in between, I'd like to ask that how will actually we can write this tree diagram properly? Like,
I
should
generally don't normally draw the diagrams. Okay, we just
Okay.
once you get a habit of thinking, it's more like a thought process, right? Once
Yeah.
you develop the thought process, you wouldn't even draw the diagrams. It comes automatically, naturally.
Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yes. But for now, I mean, since you don't have those exposures, right, for writing
Yeah.
it, so that's the reason we ask you to either write it on like in the plain English, all the scenarios, or draw like type of tree diagrams so that you can come up with it.
For the, I know we'll discuss on that on Saturday, but there is a formula. That formula we need to consider, or we should forget about that.
Dilip, you want to answer that?
Yeah. So think about it like this formula is similar to your loan calculator
Yes.
formula,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So did you consider the formula?
Whatever we discuss, we just have to put the valid data for that.
Right. Well,
We
so
should not
think of
worry
it.
about the formula because it's going to calculate itself and give it to us.
No, but then how are you going to know whatever the result they gave you is correct or wrong?
Oh, we have to check again,
So,
right?
You
so
have to
we
check
can,
against what?
Yeah,
Then you
yes,
need to use manually the formula, right?
manually the formula.
yes.
Right.
And for
Now,
that, we
again,
have to
just
put
to
the value.
understand what does that mean? And all
Uh-huh.
you have to validate it is system folks are going to implement that formula, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
You need
yes,
to just check it as whether it's implemented correctly or not, right?
Correctly or not.
yes.
So you're probably going to have a positive and a negative test case, right?
Yeah. So
Hey,
that
did
is
it
the way. Yeah.
calculate properly or did it not calculate properly? And when it calculates it, right,
Mhm.
it also changes the color based on formula, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So you need to do it is try out all the different colors then to see it. Does it formula calculates properly and is the color gets changed properly?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So come up with that. I mean, basically, we can discuss that on Saturday. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
And okay,
We
so
should
any
move to the next group.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct. Any other teams? Anybody else? Other team? I think there were team C and D. Anybody from that team like to present anything?
You said what team?
Any other team. So these guys are they have their work to do, but so you guys are D, right? Team number D. I'm not sure
Yeah.
whether you had a chance to work through it as part of your team. If you like to
Jonas,
present anything, yeah, go ahead.
Jonas, did you I was busy this week, so
Okay.
I started it this morning actually, and I didn't complete it. So
Okay.
I'm looking to complete it after we get off the phone call. But
Okay.
Jonas is on the call. I don't know if he got it together, and like I think my other teammates they had work too, so
Sure.
they couldn't make it tonight. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. If you haven't done it yet, I would suggest you got now till Saturday, and because Saturday we will review that. I'm not
Mhm.
sure how much you can complete in the class because that's supposed to be done at home. The
Yeah.
exercises. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. You can coordinate with your team member and review that, and then we can you can present on Saturday. Okay.
All right. That's cool.
Other teams. Any other team?
Pankaj and Archana, you want to share?
Pankaja, Archana, have you guys had a chance to work through?
Yeah, we did, Harshi.
Okay. Anything that you guys like to present?
Yes.
Review? Yep. Okay.
Pankaja, are you sharing or can I share?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
sharing? Okay. Okay.
Just
And what module you guys had? You guys had warranty module?
Warranty, yes.
Okay.
Marcel, are you recording?
Yes, yes. This is being recorded, but
Yeah,
it's a project
thank
work. So yep, it's
Thank
more of a
you.
discussion here.
Thank you.
Pankaja, I have the same. Can I share? You can explain.
Yeah, one second. Yeah. Yeah, if you have that PPT.
Yeah,
you
I have it. I have opened it, so I'll share. Oh, not this one. Sorry.
So that's fine. You can start with this to see
Okay.
present the high level things that you are planning to test from this module, right? So we can start with that.
Page 38.
Page 38. Okay. That screen is. Yes, this one, right?
Yep.
This is the flow chart.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one.
Okay. So can anybody explain what is this warranty module supposed to do as a high level process wise?
From what we understood,
warranty actually comes in the place when we have to find out, like, when we figure out the problem and we want to know if it is covered under warranty or not. So that's where the warranty part comes in.
Okay.
So we got the cartridges, and we want to find out if the cartridge or defect is covered under warranty or not. So that's when we have to check.
Okay. Is the check done on your module or it's a different module?
It's the
Uh,
same module. Yeah.
it is in the same, yeah.
Okay. So let's flip to the screen here. Screen.
Can I share the test scenarios
No,
now?
no, not yet.
No.
Go to the screen now. So
Okay.
we can talk about it.
You want to see that requirements or this one, the screen?
Screen, actual screen. That is you are planning to test, right? So I think a warranty has
That's
one screen.
The
Yes.
screen on the
warranty defect.
PDF, the screen on the
Yeah.
PDF, yeah.
All
This
right.
one.
So you have basically one screen here. Okay.
Yeah.
I think your module has one item. Okay. So
Yes.
explain when you say warranty. So I guess talk about the high level scenarios here. Now I think we all understand the buttons type of things, right? Or see, let's see what you guys have from the testing standpoint. What are the things that you will test here?
The first thing we did is warranty ID,
Okay.
like how to look up the warranty ID
Okay.
for the cartridge to be returned.
All right. And for
Well-
that one, what is that you will test? So those three dots. Is
Yeah,
that-
that's lookup, the warranty lookup 3 dots.
okay.
And we came up with the test scenario. I'll share the screen.
Sure. Yeah, we can see it. We can see it.
Oh, you can see it? Okay.
Yeah,
This
we
is
can
the
see it.
screen. We came up with it. We saw it is like a 10 number auto-generated 10 number, 10
Okay.
digit alphanumeric number.
Okay.
So this is the scenario we came with, like 10 character alphanumeric, 10
So,
character numeric, 10
First
character.
of all, let me ask you. So you are thinking of entering the warranty ID, and you will enter with a different length of characters. Is that what it's about?
This is warrant case.
Yeah, we have to put in the warranty number, so it has to be 10 digit.
But it's a lookup, right? So are you able to enter that, or it's coming from somewhere else?
It's coming from the FO3 flow.
F43. Yeah, it's coming from F43. If you want, I can just. There.
So I understand it's coming from different place, right?
Okay.
But because since your scenarios are, looks like it's for entering that manually. That's what your scenario is about here.
Yes.
Right, yeah, it is asking to enter using the cartridge inventory page. So
So are you able to enter, first of all? Let me ask you. So are your scenarios valid in that context? If you are not able to enter, because it's a lookup, right? So
Yeah.
lookup meaning you're gonna pick something from the list,
You have to choose from whatever it is there.
right? So then these scenarios will not be valid, right?
Yeah. Now I understood. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, Harshal. We didn't
Okay.
think about it.
So these scenarios are not valid, right? So you have to think it differently. Now, important part is how you're going to test it now, because now you don't have data entry point here. How you plan to validate that lookup, basically, for the warranty. That's the important part here.
So, but it says it's like a 10 number alphanumeric auto generated. So that number would come up in the lookup field.
It's a 10 number, right? I mean, alphanumeric.
Alphanumeric.
Yeah, I mean, it's also warranty IDs will be generated with 10 digits, right? But
Yes.
do you guys know where it's generated?
It is, yeah.
In a Cartier's inventory page, like a,
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's generated in some other module
yes.
Yes.
and it feeds into your module, just like receiving is feeding into the cartridge inventory.
Yes.
It was generated in our module, right? At the end.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
Yeah,
Git,
yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Right. So you need to think it that way. How you going to create your test data so that you can see some values in those lookups in the warranty ID lookup, right? Without that, you can't really test anything here. If there is no warranty ID, right, showing up in your list, what is that for you to test it, right?
Mm.
So do you have like a screen or description what happens when you click on 3 dots for the warranty ID?
No, there is no screen like that.
No screen, right? So it just
No.
tells you that, hey, warranty ID lookup list is displayed and you are able to
Yes.
pick something from the list,
Yes.
right? So you need to have the scenario here, okay, for testing the weather, but you need to think it,
Mm.
what is the correct list? Is it a correct list? Just like other guys were doing, right, on the inventory page.
Mm.
How do I know manufacturer list is correct? Whatever is displayed is correctly or not? How do I know only active ones are displayed or inactive ones are displayed for them? Okay, in that specific list, I mean, customer. But here you need to think it a little bit differently to validate the list. Does anybody else have a thought? I mean, I know it's for different team, but anybody has any thoughts? How would you test this? Whether the list is populated correctly? Okay, so that's something to give you guys to think it on Saturday through Saturday. Okay, so your team needs to go back and look at that, right?
Okay.
How would you validate, come up with a scenario for the warranty ID lookup at least?
Okay, sure. I'll
Okay.
do it.
Now, what else you have on this module? So assume that you have warranty ID,
we made
proper warranty
everything.
ID and something. Okay.
Yeah,
And
next one is
then
the cancel button.
to verify
Okay.
that, you have to check it's a 10-digit alphanumeric number.
Yeah, that we know. Mm.
But I'm not asking about the length. I'm asking about how would you test this, the lookup, basically functionality,
Or the lookup. Okay.
right? Because if nothing shows up in the list, is my system working? How would I know it's functioning, that particular? How do I know it's a correct list?
Mm.
Just like what you guys did, right?
Yes,
Daisy,
yes, yes.
for
Yeah,
your
yeah,
customer vendor list.
yeah.
Here, how would you know?
Okay.
So you guys
Okay,
want to
so
think it through a little bit and see what you guys come up, and we can discuss further on Saturday.
Okay, sure.
All right. Okay, so
Mm.
let's see what other scenarios you have. Okay, so you
Yes.
have a cancel. So if you flip to the screen here, flip back to the actual
Yes.
screen. Yep. Okay, so you
the
have a
cancel
cancel. Okay, so you're testing cancel. What else you have?
The cancel button, then we have the defect list and the categories. We have the
Okay.
categories. Then we have shipping.
Shipping. What are you testing on shipping?
Shipping. Let's see. It's like ready to ship. We are checking whether it is ready to ship or not.
Okay, so it's a
this-
ready to ship, not the shipping, right?
Yeah, so we thought like if it is ready to ship, then the warranty process is completed. And if
Okay,
it is not ready, yeah, that's what
yeah.
we came up with.
Okay, so that's what it says in the description, right? In the
Yes,
in the
yes.
requirement.
Yes.
But how would you know it's a process is completed or not completed? I mean, what does it mean for you? I mean, from the testing standpoint.
So if the warranty process is completed, or you are asking how do you know warranty process is complete?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does it mean for your testing, right?
The warranty
you need to
process is
test it.
complete means we can ship the cartridge and the page will clear and go to the warranty lookup field. If the warranty process is not complete, we cannot ship the cartridge.
Okay, and how do you know whether you can ship it or not? So I think you're looking the module from your module silo, like it's just focusing on that module, but you need to look at what's the next module and what is the previous module and how do you connect those two dots. Kind of like a first name date, right? With the receiving.
Okay.
So that information flows to the inventory, but some information comes to your module and some information will go to the next module. Because how do you know it ready to ship is working properly or not? So
yes, sir. It's take us like a shipping details, right? F06. That's what you mean.
That is correct. That is correct.
Oh, okay.
So you need to validate that information shows up. If you do certain action for ready to ship, that means the information flows to the next module and you have to validate there over there.
Okay.
Right? So you need to link all these modules.
Okay.
Because your information comes from the cartridge inventory, the warranty, actual warranty ID. You need to look at that module, see how you can generate warranty ID. Then it flows to your module. Once it's identified, then it comes to your module. That's where you will do all this defects thing. Identify the defect and say, yep, I got the defects. I can claim some warranty on it. So I'm gonna ready to ship. I'll ship it to the manufacturer or wherever it came from, so that they can send me some money back. Okay, so I think you are on the right track here, but I think I need to see a little bit more details around these scenarios here. Like what does it mean warranty process completed, not completed, and so forth. I'm assuming you have all the buttons basically identify our processes, right? So ready to ship and other things. So those are good. Yeah, I think you are on the right track. That what you are testing is correct. But you just need to connect the dots.
Okay. Okay.
Ramya, can you please show him the deselect and select when we got little confused there, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Defect list, right?
Yeah, by deselect and select, we just little confused about like how it's works. Can you please explain us like?
So defect list on select, newly selected in photo display. Okay, so let's go to the flip to the screen. So tell me where this defect is coming from. Yeah, I know you guys are going to test it, but you might have a scenario. But how would you test this defect? I'm talking about the untested Hooper problems, drum problems, right? That's a defect category.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So how do you know where it's coming from? First of all, and how you plan to test that list is correct or not?
I think the list will come from when we receive the cartridge, it will tell us like what the problem is, or maybe like inventory people will notify like what problem it is or maybe enter in the system.
No, remember you are not testing. I'm talking about when you are testing the screen.
Okay.
You need to know because somebody needs to say, I mean, this list, whatever untested Hooper problems, drum problems, there might be 50 other items, right? How do you know the list is getting populated correctly? Now, out of 50, now when I'm actually testing this warranty information screen, let's say I'm going to pick Hooper problems. Now, it will show me defect 1 and defect 2, okay, as a subcategory. I'm just telling you as an example, okay? So how do I know those subcategories are showing up correctly? For if I select Hooper problem, when I select untested, it could just show defect 1 in the list. So when you are building a system, right, you need to, as a tester, you need to test, make sure those lists are getting populated. And then finally you go on the data entry selection. I select the warranty ID. I select the currently, I go and select untested as a problem defect category. I go select defect 1 as a category. Then I'll click on ready to ship. Then it flows to the shipping module so that they can actually ship this particular cartridge. But before even that, you can do it. You have to validate all this information that's populated that is correct. Did you guys understand what I'm getting here?
So it's in the page number 139 in the defect. It's F422 will get
Right.
the defect
So,
list.
so
from
that
the-
module is linked here. As I
Yeah.
said, that you need to identify all the modules that are linked
Yeah.
with the system. Same thing on cartridge inventory, right? You
Yeah.
have probably 5 different modules. You have customer vendor list, you have manufacturer, sub-manufacturer, whatever. All those modules are linked there,
Mhm.
and you need to hook it up. You make sure you create your proper test data for testing your screens here. So think it that way. I mean, not just like in silos. Hey, I got this screen, so I'm just need to focus on this particular part to test it. You won't be able to test it, okay? If you do that, you have to link all other screens or related module. So, Tim, have you guys looked at that module? Because you might have to look at that module as well. Okay.
Yeah, it's defect category list. Yeah.
Yeah.
22.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay,
take a
sure.
look at that, how they create the defect categories in the
Defect
system, which the
Okay.
information will flow onto the screen.
Okay.
Again, same way you have to do it active, inactive, and other ways. Okay.
Okay.
Because I think it works similar way, those categories.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. The key thing is when you write those things, how things are connected. Is that what you need to understand to make sure, are you
Mhm.
going into the right direction for validating scenarios?
Yeah, this screen is simple, right? I mean, it's not that complex like cartridge inventory, but it's connected to other screens. So you need to learn about how the other screen works, how the cartridge inventory works. And in order to understand that, you have to understand how the receiving works
Okay.
so that you can create your proper test data.
Mhm.
And that's how the real systems are, okay? I mean, Rflon is great. That helps you, gives you some basic idea. But when you actually work through the complex system like laser saver, this is how you're gonna run into in the real life, okay? All the parts are interconnected, and you will have to test them end to end.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. All right. So spend some time. I think you can refine your scenarios. Okay. And hopefully
Okay.
this one will give you idea about what you asked me earlier
Yeah.
regarding the defects and how those are linked, categories and subcategories as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So I have one more question. Like here, can we have more than one defect for the problem?
Does it say more than one anywhere?
So what is this defect 1, defect 2, again defect 1?
So these are categories and subcategories, right? For the defect category, and what within that category, what are the subcategories for that problem?
So think an example, right? This all are cartridges. Hey, if I get them, my first defect is ink is not coming out properly.
Mhm.
Second defect is essentially cartridge is not getting recognized, right? Because it could be a chip defect versus it could be the ink drippage component defect. So those are defect 1, 2, 3 type of thing,
Okay.
right? And
So-
within that, they may, hey, you know what? I have a drum problem. Well, there are 3 or different types of drum problem can have it. What are those categories? 1, 2, 3.
So
Mhm.
all these guys are looking at it's cartridge is defective or not, and if it's a warranty eligible, then what is the defect here? So they are identifying, and they are letting the manufacturer know, hey, we are sending you this cartridge back because of this problem. basically, whether it's a drum is bad and within drum, maybe it's broken or it's banded or it's leaking, whatever, right?
Actually depends on what problem we select. The defect will
Right.
be different per problem.
That is correct. That is correct. Yep. So defect has a category and subcategory. So category identifies the problem, high level problem, and then within that, what is the exact issue within that problem or
Okay.
component.
So on this screen, we only see 3 problems, but there could be more than 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever you define, right? On cartridge defect category module.
Okay.
Yeah, so it should fit in here, basically. And you need to validate that, hey, whatever you're defining that cartridge defect module, it's showing up here properly.
Okay.
And then you go on the selection wise. Can I select this so that does it show the right subcategories or not? Right? Then you select, does it unselect, basically? Then you have unselection. Can I select more than one? So if it unselects that, right? If you have those rules, then you can identify those. But let's not worry about those type of things. Worry about how do I connect it? How do I test the functionality for the screen and so forth.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
why don't you guys go and refine those, and we'll let you guys give you maybe an hour or two to finalize your basically scenarios on Saturday.
Okay.
Then we'll review it, and then you guys can work through the second portion right after that.
Okay, sure.
All right. Okay. So any other things? Anybody else has anything?
Start the share.
So I see the two teams have really have something, right? It's not perfect, but it's a good start, I think. What you guys are in the right direction. Just spend a little bit more time understanding how it works, and I think you guys should be good. Okay. Then I think we can wrap up here today, and we'll regroup on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, and we will give you some time to work in the team first thing in the morning, 9 and 10, to see if you want to revise anything or finalize anything. And then we'll go through the review process.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions before we wrap up?
Yeah, Maharshal, I have a question. Like, as a tester, we should test all the buttons, right? I mean,
You should test each and everything. If you miss
Right.
one thing, that means
yeah.
your
So,
functionality is
so
broken.
writing trees on that is not silly, right? I mean,
No, you should test cancel button. If you see cancel button at the top, cancel at the bottom, you have to test individually.
Yeah, I have done few, so I thought, yeah, I wanted to ask you. Yeah.
Yep. You should have test cases. I mean, at least something to test for both. Yep.
Sure. Thank you.
Harshal, I have a doubt on, I know you said doubt, we are going to clear it on Saturday, but there is a part number, I didn't understand that one.
Part number, what the module
I
we are
think
talking?
page number 97, I guess. I think so.
What is the module? Do you have a page open?
No, but
I can
do
share
for
if
you.
you want.
Yeah.
okay, can you please?
I'll share.
Thank
Which
you.
page number?
I'm doing. Yeah, I'm doing it. Can you see?
It's saying 97. So if you type in 97,
yeah, 97.
a little bit right. So you see the page numbers. Yep, you can see 61 just instead of that 97.
And I have to click this or?
Yeah. Just hit enter. Didn't hit enter?
Yes, I did.
You did? Okay.
This one is enter. This arrow
I
button
think
is
you are on the
No.
find. Yeah, maybe close the find button.
Close the find button,
there is a
and then
find
right next to
button.
161, just hit enter. No, enter 97
Yep.
and hit
97.
enter. There
Yep,
you go.
there you go.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the last one, R01. The last one. Yeah, this one.
Part number blank. Okay. So what it says is part number field is left blank, then it is assumed
Yeah.
that cartridge part is number is same as the information provided in the manufacturer field. So now if you go back to the screen, what screen we are referring here? If you scroll up a little bit,
Then we have to go to that picture, the cartridge detail 93.
yeah. So she's getting there. Okay, so here,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So let's see, manufacturer number, part number. So this is about the cartridge itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there are some general specification of the cartridge. Okay. So which has like empty weight. What is the empty weight? What is the full weight? What is percent out of compliance means? So remember your module takes certain things in the calculation. Like remember the calculation that you have, empty weight, full weight.
Yeah.
Is coming from this one
Yeah,
because they are
empty.
selecting the type of the cartridge, the specific cartridge, right? So you are selecting the manufacturer number and so forth. That information is flowing to that cartridge inventory module in that calculation.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the default cartridge information. So it has a picture in there, which you can see it on the cartridge inventory page if they want to look at the cartridge and so forth. All right, so part number here, right?
Yeah,
so we are
what is
talking about
part number? Yeah.
Yeah. So now part number and manufacturer number, right? So this is kind of like a parts number would be, if you go back again, 97 page, now we have the screen. So we can take a look at it.
So it's a part of a cartridge that you're talking
Yeah,
about?
definitely. It's something to do with the cartridge. Yep. Now it's optional. Remember, it's optional field, or it's a required field. You have to see it. But I think it's optional field right now.
Yes, it's not a required field though.
Yeah, so if left blank, right? Then they assume that cartridge part number is the same as information provided in the manufacturer number field. So manufacturer number and part number is same, basically. That's what they are saying. Yeah.
Okay.
If it's left blank, that means use the manufacturer number.
So if we leave the part number blank, then it's same as the manufacturer
number. Yeah. If we are using it anywhere else, right? But I don't think we are in the whole system. Okay. But it says given here that business rule. If you are using part number anywhere else for the cartridge, and if it's blank or the default cartridge, then you have to use the manufacturer number. But it's not used anywhere. Okay, this information is there, but it's not used anywhere in any calculation or even display anywhere else.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
And in that page 93, there is a save, delete, cancel button on the top, and again there is a in the bottom. So both are the, because I find it out.
It's the same thing, right? Remember this is
it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So remember, this is a touchscreen enabled application, right?
Yes.
So, and if the screen is longer, the people don't want to scroll up and down just to save. So they gave it, okay, if you are scrolling at the bottom, then they will give you at the bottom the same those three buttons. That's the reason they have this design. You're gonna see it on several modules.
Okay.
Save, cancel buttons.
And I have another question. If you allow me, then I can ask.
Okay.
Page number 6.
Page number 6.
So in the page number 6.
All right.
Can you go a little bit down? Page number 6. Yeah. In this, it's written clickable headers. I understand that. What that means if you click one time, it will come in ascending order. If you click 2 times, it will come descending order.
Right.
And I don't understand, means maybe, I don't know, it's written the last one. If you keep clicking on it, means I don't understand what will happen. Like it will go to ascending, it will come
ascending,
to
descending,
descending,
ascending. Yep. That's
Okay.
exactly what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so the question is, because we use like so many of this kind of table we are looking at in the other pages. So
Everywhere,
what
right?
the
It's
use?
pretty much.
Yeah, everywhere. Yes. So
Yeah.
what the use of it over there? Should we mention in our test cases or somewhere?
So anywhere you will have this table, right?
Yes.
So what they have done in this document, okay, and
Mhm.
every document gonna be different depending on who writes it
Mhm.
and what the template company is using. But
Mhm.
this particular document, they instead of giving the functionality, because they have to repeat otherwise everywhere, that you have to this needs to be clickable. If I click on it, instead of that, they give you in single place column headers. Anywhere you see this type of table, it needs to be clickable, sortable table. Okay, so any module, all the administrative modules has this type of table. If you look at it,
Okay.
the
Okay.
search and results, right? Search results is a table, and those needs to have this feature. If I click on accounting code, if I go to defect category management, if I see the defect list, if I click on defect, then it needs to sort it basically anywhere else. So you need to test it, okay, as a tester. I mean, this is a big system, okay? It took 2 years, 2+ years to develop, or 2.5 years type of thing. So it's this functionality is implemented everywhere. Same thing, you're gonna see the other functionality like what is that? Masking for dates, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those are common functionalities that they have given in this document. Plus,
Yes.
they have some standard error messages and so forth, right? Instead of repeating everywhere, because otherwise the document would be, instead of 167 pages, it would be 500 pages if they have to repeat the same information.
So we have to test that it's a clickable or not. We have to check
That is correct. That is correct. But if you are testing any of those modules, yes, you have to test it, make sure it works.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about those. Okay, you can. But I think you guys understood the idea here, right?
Yeah.
We are focusing on the more like a functionality features, right?
Yes.
Not
Yes.
on the
Yes.
this type of. This is functionality, but it's
This is functionality. Yeah.
yeah. But again,
Most
yeah,
we
I'm
should
not
focus
asking
on
you to
most.
write the but business process type of.
Yeah, business process type. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you need to
More-
have the test cases
Yeah.
for this thing.
So now we should focus on more critical one, the business rule, so that
Yes,
we can
yes.
cover
Because of
everything.
the time. Okay. I mean, as I said, I
Yes.
mean, otherwise
Yeah.
it take you like 2 years to come up with your all the detailed test cases and so forth. So
Yeah.
we have roughly 2 weeks. So yeah.
But it's an interesting one though.
Yep.
Because so many new things, if you compare with our Flown and this.
Right,
It's
right.
like,
I mean, this is more closer to the real systems as well. I mean, Arflon is a real system that we built for our different client, but it was more like over a year. This is more like a 2.5 year type of thing. Okay.
And
So
it's connected to it each and
Right.
every page and every module.
That is correct. It's a different design. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I think you guys understand what needs to be done, right? Before Saturday, and we will stick to the plan on Saturday. And let's see how far you guys go on Saturday.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Then
Okay,
we will regroup at 9 o'clock, 8:50 for the folks who are joining online, and those who are coming in the class come at 8:45.
Okay, Harsha.
Yep.
So are we going to write the test case also same day?
Well, I want you guys to work through this, see how far you guys go, and then we'll see what else you can pick up. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you will have a week, right? You will have till Thursday. So.
Yeah.
To write the test case.
Yep. And we can review it, and then we'll work through it on Saturday as well, and then we can wrap up on Saturday.
So
Saturday
anything, Harshal, anything like besides this, anything special on the last day that we are going to know about it, or only we are wrapping up with this project?
No, nothing special on the last day. I mean, but yeah, this is the review part, right? I'm hoping you guys are getting the basically more idea about the projects, right? This is how it works, and this is how you should be creating. So yeah.
Yes. Yes.
All right, then I think we'll see
Can
you
I
guys.
ask a last question? It's a silly one. Just the last one. What is
Sure.
core? Like I saw it like it's written, add new image to the core. What's that mean?
Yeah, it just they are referring inventory part and inventory as a core and so forth. It's their internal terminology.
So
they are
core
using
means
for
the inventory, right?
Yeah, it's technically it goes to the inventory
Okay,
basically.
got it.
But
Got it.
it's just their business process. They are using the core and non-core type of thing in inventories and so forth.
Okay.
So yep.
Okay. Sorry, Harshal, but thank you.
Yeah. No, it's
Okay.
good. Everything is good. Dilip, you have something?
No, I would just say continue to work in refining your test scenarios, and then we'll review it and we'll start working on test cases on Saturday.
Right.
Yes, Harshal.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Thank you, Dilip.
Thank you,
Harshal.
Dilip.
All righty.
Yes, Dilip.
Good night.
Okay. Good
Have a
night.
good night.
Night.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Sounds good. Bye-bye.